Hi, Mitch here. I have a little unboxing. I have a SanDisk Extreme SSD, 1 terabyte in size. I'm getting this for my Mac Mini that I got about a year ago that only has a 256 gigabyte hard drive, which is small, especially when you're doing video editing, right? Now, I did get the one that does have 16 gigabytes of RAM, and you can't internally upgrade that. Everything's soldered to the motherboard. So this is recommended, highly sought after when the videos I was watching on YouTube. This one and the Samsung T7, which my local Walmart said they had two of the T7s, but they're 500 gigabyte ones, right? Which I was going to settle for. I'll get one of those. And I go there, and they had three of these, and it says online they didn't have them in stock. Yet I saw three of them there, so I got one of these because it's twice the size, and I think it might rate a little bit faster, even though they have the same specs. But I think it might rate a little faster. Now on my Mac, I'm gonna format this in the Apple file system. All the reviews I was seeing that people were different, doing speed tests with different formats, and the Apple file system was noticeably faster. So I'm going to do that because I don't intend to use this on my Windows machine at all. So I don't need to use exFAT. So I'm going to do that. So, okay, while we're here, let's open it up. Let's see what it looks like in size. It's sure small. Oh, it is small. That's really small. Hey, but who cares if it works, right? And there's where you plug it in at. A booklet, and it has, oh, this is cool. I don't know, little keychain thing. Look at that. And then it has, oh, USB-C to C, not very long. And I'll just lay it on top of the Mac Mini. Then it has the I guess the C converter to go to A. But I do have it on my Mac Mini has two C ports on there. One of which is being used by a hub. All right, so that worked out good, and I just wish that was a little longer though. But I'm sure she'll work. So I'm going to go ahead and hook this up. I'll format it, and I'll videotape that. I'll show you how I format it. I mean, I follow YouTube videos like everybody else, right? And I'll do some speed tests. And I'm not going to format in different files. I'm just going to use the Apple file system and be done with it. So we'll be right back. Stay tuned. All right, so I got the SanDisk Extreme plugged in. So it's right there. But we're going to bring up the built-in disk utility that's built into the Mac. All right, so we're going to go erase, right? And we're going to do, there we go. So we're going to erase that. We're going to use that. I'm just call this SanDisk. And I'm going to use it like that. This AP, like you have used different formats, a whole bunch of them. Now, if I wanted to move files back and forth between Windows and the Mac, I would use an exFAT or DOS, I guess. I'm not going to. I just want this dedicated for the Mac. It's not a big deal. I'm only going to back up mostly, probably some pictures, but mostly videos, right? Maybe some music. But I can easily move that over to my Windows machine if I wanted to do that. So we're going to do it like that. So let's go ahead and erase that, and let's go from. Make sure I got everything. SanDisk Extreme. Erase. And that was pretty quick, was it not? All right. Now, let's close out of here. And I need to open up my speed test, which is right here. So let's pick, we'll do that 5 gigabyte. Let's select target drive. And we're going to do my SanDisk and open. And I'm going to do a little bit. And let's see how she goes. Let's see how she goes. Oh yeah, it's rated at 1050, but I'll settle with that. Way faster than my 80 megabytes I was getting on these old mechanical drives I was getting. Oh yeah, it's going to be like what 10 times faster than that. Well, oh yeah. And then I guess what this tells you after it does these tests, what it will work with. I don't plan to do 4K video. I'm not even worried about that. 1080 is all I need, and it's gonna. So I could actually use this for a working external hard drive and probably keep project files on there. But I'm not going to do it that way. I just delete them when I'm done. I don't need to save my projects unless I'm working on something for a while. But once I'm done a project, see you later. I delete the library and I'm done with it. So that looks really good. So I'm pretty satisfied with it. Oh yeah. So I'm not getting quite, depending what test it's doing. All right, I can live with that. I guess my next, well, that test was going higher. I think I hit 800 at one point. So the read is a little higher than the. So I got close to 800. Then it drops down, then it slows down at the end. Oh, look at that one. Looks like the read's pretty consistent. The Depending what the writing is doing, it can go all over the place. I mean, somewhere between 6 and that one's not as high. Well, that one's a little lower. All right, I can live with that, and we shall see you later.